So this is going to be a toned in 10 with the Hooked on Pilates MINIMAX and the Reformer. So I'm on one blue spring, which is like a half of a spring. We're going to warm up here. So we're going to go ahead and put our feet into the frame. Let's start off our knees softly bent. Arms are lifted to shoulder height. Shoulders are down away from your ears. So this is our warm up. We're going to scoop, roll the pelvis back. Inhale, stay. Exhale, feel the ribs slide down towards the hips and get tall. Exhale, scoop, no tension in the neck. Inhale, stay. Exhale, pull the navel into the spine as you pull those ribs down. Now, if you have the flexibility, lengthen those legs to straight. Exhale, scoop, and we roll back. Inhale, stay. And now squeeze the tummy small and get tall. So we scoop and we roll back. Inhale, stay. Exhale, ribs draw together, navel to the spine. Should feel like you're squeezing your tummy small, and then get tall. Exhale, scoop, use the core. Inhale, stay. Exhale, use the core, small, and get tall. So the small occurs as the ribs knit together, slide down, navel goes towards spine, and then we get tall. So it's scoop and roll, inhale, stay, exhale, squeeze small and get tall. One more time. Scoop and roll, inhale, stay, squeeze that tummy small and get tall. So turn your feet out into a V, place your hands back at your head, and then from here, scoop and roll yourself back all the way into backward bend, elbows wide. Exhale, feel the ribs draw together and you're up. Inhale, stay. Exhale, use the core to lay yourself back down. Find the openness. Exhale, ribs draw together, they slide down to your hips. Draw the navel in and go back. So just as from our warm-up, you're going to do that action and feel how you're squeezing your tummy small. And then we're going back, so we're not getting tall. So the ribs sliding down and the navel to the spine makes our tummy small. We're squeezing that tummy. And then press it back for openness. Exhale, ribs slide together, navel into your spine. Use your core to press your low back into the slope of the MINIMAX and backward bend. And from here, we're going to come up. Keep that core engagement at a twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Make sure you've kept your V. Use your core to lay yourself back. And again, feel the ribs close, squeezing that core. Let's twist to the other side first. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. Really starting to feel those core muscles wake up. And from here, exhale, ribs slide together, navel to the spine, and add a twist. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, center, and lower back. Down, and again, exhale, we're coming up, and twist. Inhale, center, not resting on the MINIMAX, but pressing through your abdominals, your back into the slope. Exhale, we come up, and we're squeezing that core. Inhale, squeeze the core, and twist. Inhale, center, and release. Good, and then just grab onto the base of the Reformer as you then lift your bottom up, place your hands on your hips. We're still on that blue. Push to a bridge, and then from here, lift your bottom up and come back in. So we inhale, press out. Exhale, squeeze glutes. Use the hamstrings to come in. Inhale, you push out the hips naturally lower, and then you really use your hamstrings and your glutes to come up. Just be careful that you don't come in so much that you overshoot your feet, like this would be too far. So right about here, and then press out. Relax your face and your neck. Use the hamstrings and the glutes to come up. Natural lowering, and squeeze and lift. And lower, and squeeze and lift. 3 more. Press it out. That's your inhale. Exhale, and you're back up. 2 more. And press. And back up. Oh, I'm feeling it in my hamstrings. And going down and back up. So go ahead and put your hands on the carriage and come on off. So we'll just go ahead and dismount. Let's do a little hamstring stretch. We're just going to go ahead and put our foot up on, the frame of the reformer. Relax your foot or flex, and then just hinge forward, trying to keep your spine straight. Heart is shining forward, reaching back with the sits bone. Nice. And then release. Let's go ahead and put the other foot up on the frame. Hinge forward. Try to keep your spine straight so it's truly a hip hinge, finding nice straight stretch, through the hamstrings. Nice work. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and turn the MINIMAX so that the rounded end is towards you, and make sure the handle is over the wooden frame. What that's going to do is allow you about 2 inches of carriage to put your toes on. We're going to switch to a yellow spring. Yeah, so what we're going to do then is it's probably 3 inches where I've got position for my toes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up. Always keep in mind that when we're on a yellow, caution. When we're high, caution. So this is going to be a balance challenge. What we're going to do here is I'm flexed through my feet. My knees are bent. I'm going to go ahead and take the short loop in my hand. If this felt too heavy, I could transition to long loop. And from here, we're going to just exhale, go into external rotation, inhale, return. So I'm just resting here. I'm trying to expand my plantar fascia, the underside of my foot as I'm in this position. If I'm wanting to get into more quads, I just simply come up a little bit and then continue with that external rotation, keeping the elbow close to the side, making sure that I have resistance as I push out and as I return. So I say, seek the resistance. I'm looking for it, and then I'm controlling it back. And then let's have 2 more. Good. And now 1 more. Nice. And then carefully come up all the way. Arm is straight. Lateral fly. So we press out and then we return. Squeeze your glutes, pull your abs in. You're a tall kneeling posture. And nice. And press out. Pause and return. We're feeling it in those quads also. And out to the side and return. Very good. Lengthen the arm out, pause, slow return. Resist the springs. Yes, and we're lifting and lowering. Yes, let's have 3 more. And 2 more. Working on that deltoid. Nice shape of the shoulders. And now just 1 more. Very good. And now carefully sit down and put that long loop over the post. So you'll have a better view of what's happening, because I'm going to just turn the MINIMAX. And so you see there's about 3, maybe 4 inches of space, and that's where my feet are going to go. So, yep, I'm going to go ahead and carefully come up. Yeah, and then we're going to start off with the external rotation. I'm going into the short loop. Nice. And first I'm going to start with just stretching that plantar fascia. So elbow is into my side, trying to really expand through the underside of my foot. So big flexion through my toes. If I wanted to get into more quads, I would simply lift up a little bit, try to keep that arm into my side. Yep, if it's too much, lower a little bit. Nice, feel that pressure through the toes. Yes. And very good. Let's just have 3 more. And 2 more. And last one. Good. Now carefully come on up. We're squeezing glutes, abs are in, arm is straight. Lift into your lateral fly and return. Squeezing glutes, pressing the pubic bone forward. Abs are drawn up in front. Seeking the resistance and controlling back down. Working on the deltoid, the outer shoulder strength. Working on our balance and then also our quad strength. And stretching that plantar fascia. Multitasking to the maximum. Very good. And let's just have 2 more. Good. And last one. Very, very good. And then we're going to go ahead and lower that down. We're on a yellow, so very cautiously come off of that reformer. So when I do barrel work, I actually prefer to go over the rounded end. So we're just going to spin the MINIMAX over. I apologize. This is not going to be the prettiest view because I'm going to lay over and my legs are going to face you. So I'm going to go ahead and lie over, and I have options here. I can put my hands on the frame, and if you have a smaller reformer that's not so high like this one, you'll be doing that anyways. If you've got a high one, you could see if you can put your hands on the floor. So my legs are turned out, legs are also straight and open. From here, bilateral hip extension, exhale, lift both legs. Yeah, squeeze your glutes, reach those legs long. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift with nice straight legs, reach, reach, reach. And then lower. Exhale, lift, 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 reach, reach, reach. We want long legs. Abs are in. Exhale, lift. I'm really reaching through my hips and out through my toes. Trying to lengthen those legs. Strong glute connection. And 5 more. And we lift and pause. And 4 more. And lift and hold. And 3 more. Lift. So this kind of is reminiscent of ladder barrel if you have one of these taller reformers. So you're really letting those legs dangle down and lift up. So now transition into bringing your heels together, toes apart, and then reach. So you're trying as best as you can to keep your thighs high as you bring it in. Super duper glute work. And that's 3. Stabilizing the femur in the hip socket. Reach it. And that's 4. And reach. Abs are in. 5. Oh yeah, let's get 5 more. Really reach. And that's 6. And 7. Yes, legs are lifted. And 8. 2 more. Really working hard for these last 2. 9. And 10. And then just allow yourself to find that stretch. Maybe slide yourself back a little bit further. So I'm finding a stretch in my low back. Good. Nice. Put those feet down. Nice. And then from here, you guys, we're just going to take that MINIMAX. Wow, little head rush, huh? And then we're going to flip it over. So, and we're going to get a good portion of it on the shoulder rest. Let's switch it to a red spring. You know, I'm going to pull it back just a little bit. So it's going to feel nice and steady. If you're short, you might need a small box to get yourself up on top because we're going to come to sit on top. So I kind of hold the MINIMAX here and then I go ahead and come astride. Okay. And then from here, what we're going to do is we'll place the hands behind you. We're going to start doing some horseback. So what I'd like you to do is first just lengthen those legs to straight, squeeze, and see if you can lift with a scoop. Yes. So first we lengthen, squeeze, and lift. If you don't feel like you need the hands, Then just go ahead and see if you can find that squeeze of inner thighs and lift. If you need the hands behind you, continue with that. Nice. So if this exercise has been hard for you, actually we're all going to do it. We're just going to do some arm circles. So we're just going to be seated here and we're going to start to circle. Yep. And feel like you're trying to float your torso up towards the ceiling. So you should feel some core work here and of course some arm work. So I'm trying to stay nice and tall and vertical with the resistance coming from behind. So that's the challenge. Now pause and then change your direction. So I went into long loops, but if you wanted to work harder for your arms, you could be in the shorter loops. You could possibly also be on a red and a yellow. Nice. And then from here, we're going to just push out and then come back in. If you want to add the horseback, so you're going to squeeze and reach and then come back down. Squeeze those thighs. Scoop those abs, tuck the tail. You're not going to come up as high as you do on the long box, but it's also not going to hurt your inner thighs as much. Exhale, squeeze, and we're up. And squeeze. Keeping in mind, if this is not feeling good for you, you could just keep starting off with just the push, okay? And nice. All right, and so then let's go ahead and put those long loops over the posts. And so I hope those were some good inspirations for you for using the MINIMAX on the reformer. I know you'll come up with your own exercises. I'm so excited to see what you all come up with. It's been an incredible journey.